What's going on, guys? TalkAstonVilla here, back for another match review, and this is the Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace match review, finishing 1-0 to the Villa at Sellers Park. Get in there. We got 3 points. But what do you say more than that? We didn't really deserve it at all. We scraped it out and we won. I went right to Twitter like I do after every game. Asked you guys what's your thoughts on it. If you're an opposing fan, if you're a Villa fan, and whatever, really, just get your thoughts on it. At TalkAstonVilla is the place to find me and then really interact with me post-match. If you want to do that, you can do that in the future. First one we have at Jackie Grealish saying Hutton sensational, back four solid. Couldn't agree more. I think there's a point coming up here. Corey and Clark worked sensationally well. Fourth and fifth string center backs really just worked sensationally well together. Lambert post-match saying the likes of Vlar, Senderos, are really going to have and Baker are really going to have a hard time getting back into the team if these guys keep playing well. So that's great to see that Lambert has some confidence in a young Akore and Clark. Next we have at Hornchurch Eagle, I'm assuming he's a Crystal Palace fan, saying thoughts on the referee. If you look at a Palace perspective, it's always going to be something to blame on the referee. Yes, the referee was shocking at some points. He was for both sides. Maybe he was for Palace and more. There were obviously some things missed and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really going to get into being a biased Villa fan. There was some missed spots on the Palace perspective too. I'm open to that. Referees make mistakes. And it's really how it goes these days. Referees for the past few seasons, if not for a while, have been pretty shit, in my opinion. Sorry for the language. At Nash 194 saying Corey and Clark excellent again in a very hard fought victory. Hopefully that will give us the confidence to improve now. At JM413 underscore Dingley saying glad to see us hold out for the win after scoring first. Great to see us hold out for a win because the last 3 or 4 games we should have evidently won. Maybe not West Ham, but the other 3 evident Spurs, Southampton, etc., etc. Should have held out for wins there. Going into a Palace perspective here quickly, at the Eagles beak, saying simply cannot believe we did not beat a poor Villa side. No offense, but it was more by luck than judgment, but fair play. It was true. We got more luck out of it. I'll break down Benteke's goal in a little bit, but it really was all luck, and we just held on. Guzan had one of the games of his career, in my opinion. Let's see here. At Henry Cara 22, we weren't in control of the game, but having the class of Benteke back gave us that edge. Some good, desperate defending too. Hutton with the block of the game for me, I believe he's saying here. We have at Eagles to the score saying lucky. We have Jack underscore Davy saying Villa, worst team I've seen at Sellers Park. Palace wouldn't have scored if the game had gone on till now. And I've seen a lot of Palace fans tweeting that, and I could agree. They just were so wasteful, didn't really take their opportunities, nor did really Villa, but we didn't get many. Benteke was the only really true benefactor in that sense. At Wedsta saying, as a Crystal Palace fan, we were clearly the better team. I'll give them that, obviously. But we didn't take our chances. To be fair, good support from the Villa fans tonight. And it's great to see good support from Villa fans, of course. The whole Lerner, Lambert out, Keane leaving, all that stuff, and fans not showing up. It's great to see that there's some support. Where do I stand on showing up or not? I'm not really going to say. It's not my place to say right now. Next, we have at CPFC Patriot saying, put it this way, you're lucky we are shit because somehow you contrived to be worse for long periods. It is true. We were pretty diabolical and didn't really get into the game for long periods of times, and really for the first 20-odd minutes or so, even more, we just weren't into the game, and it was evidently that way. So next we have at Ricky Fenn, Villa were shocking. How we have lost that. Dan should be clearing the ball when Benteke is lurking, which is true. Dan was at fault there, picked him off. Breda Hanglin, which I think is one of the next comments coming up here. Poor defending on their part by Benteke. I'll break you through the goal now. Picking it off Dan, sprinting at the defenders. That's what Gabby doesn't do. That's what Vyman doesn't do. It's great to see someone like Benteke back. Even Kozak probably would have done it. And it's just great to see someone with great power, a little bit of pace, running at defenders with no fear, using Hanglin as kind of a blockade in between him and Speroni and sliding it around both of them and taking an advantage. Next, CPFC Italian Palace fan saying football is a simple game. Villa scores, Crystal Palace doesn't. Last few comments here I'll read quickly. At Will Donnelly 27, how Breda Hangling gets a game for Palace is beyond me. Warnock leaving his subs too late again. 89th minute equals clueless. At bald underscore eagle underscore, two poor teams on the night, one big mistake, one well taken goal, one shocking referee. Again, basically sums up the game for everybody. Let's see here. At AJ Wrighton Inbright, robbery, we lost to a poor team and an even worse ref. And the last few here, at play for hire, Palace overly creative with no finish, frustrating beyond belief. And at bald underscore eagle again, agreed. Why leave it so late to bring punching on? So that's it. Thank you for all your comments. Ridiculous amount of comments. Thanks to the Eagles beat for tweeting that out. Very much appreciated. Record amount of tweets I've got for interactivity. It's great to see it, people like having their tweets read out. But anyways, really, what more than a positive win? I just, it's debatable what to say. I don't want to go, oh, Villa should have won. It was well deserved. We really didn't deserve it. We've been playing pretty shambolic. It's our first one in 10, and it's evidence of that. It's just nice to get that win. We can move on from here. Hopefully Benteke, no injuries will happen. Hopefully Kozak will come back eventually, and we can have a nice strike force coming back up here and have some confidence in that end. And scoring more than one goal a game would be helpful. It's nice to see that we'll have a defensive maybe back four that's going to be solid again with a nice little run of fixtures coming up. It's just good to see. And the reason I didn't really go into my perspectives, I wanted to get yours out this one. I've been traveling all day from home back to school, and obviously I watched a condensed version of the game for the last like half an hour or so. So I want to get more of your thoughts and mine and not just make it so biased. I want to get everyone's thoughts on it. So what's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get some likes, some interactivity on this. It's not my really opinions on this video that matters. It's yours. So let me know what your thoughts on the video or on the match. Of course, that's what's important. Villa fans, Palace fans, whatever fans you are, let me know what your thoughts on that, and I'll be sure to reply to each one. I always do. I like to really just interact with you guys. It's what I do for YouTube. Anyways, talk to you guys later, and ta-da.
The shadow